Let's hear now from leading media analyst Guy Bisson, who joins us from London. Great to have you on the programme. I cannot remember when I last went to a cinema. I think it's more than a year ago now. But Guy, do you see the cinema business being resurrected now with the release of Tenet?
Resurrected may be a slightly strong word in this stage of the outbreak and the pandemic. I think it is the great hope for a restart of cinema going globally. And to that degree, I think it will have a very positive impact, but it is only one movie. And many of the summer's blockbuster movies have been pushed in terms of their release date to next year, often quite considerably late into next year. So it's one movie that the cinema industry and the studios are hoping will kickstart the business.
And do you think streaming is the way forward, even for such films that really need those special effects to really make it come to life?
Well, studios have experimented during lockdown by releasing some movies to their streaming platforms or to a premium rental model where they charge $15, $20, $30 to rent the movie. That's generally been lower budget releases, although Disney has pushed Mulan to their streaming platform in the last few weeks, announced plans for that. So a small amount of experimentation has been going on, and certainly streaming has benefited from lockdown. But I don't think long term we're going to see a shift away from the cinema. It's an important window, not least in marketing the film and building hype around it for its later exploitation in other windows, pay TV and streaming. So yes, there's experimentation. Yes, some of that will continue after lockdown, but fundamentally, the cinema industry is likely to pull through this. Unfortunately, down about 25 billion in global box office this year.
And how do you see the cinema industry changing in the future? We've seen some open air cinemas here in Turkey, for example.
Yes, that wouldn't work so well in London, unfortunately. But yes, there's been a resurgence of drive-in movies in the US. There's been some open air. But I think obviously during the pandemic, we're going to see strict social distancing and a lot of cleaning, gaps between films to allow that, and audiences well spaced. But again, fundamentally, assuming we get through this pandemic within the next year or so, I think we will return to the good old ways of enjoying a film in a comfy seat in front of the big screen with a shared packet of popcorn.
Absolutely. I'm missing that cinema popcorn. It's always the best. A pleasure to speak to you, Guy Bisson, live for us there from London. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.